Worlds will burn. Now at last, on this world, vengeance shall be mine. For I am the Queen of Blades.
Open the door, son.
Valerian's orders, sir. No visitor.
Open the door.
Good morning, Commander.
Junior.
Gentlemen, the test protocol will begin in 2 minutes.
Make the most of this test. It's your last one. Now give us a minute.
Very well.
We're getting out of here tonight, darling.
Good. Then we can go after Minsk.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it. This is about you and me.
Until Mengsk is dead, there can't be a you and me.
I moved heaven and earth to bring you back, Sarah.
I can't watch you throw that away just for revenge.
Initiating test phase 2.
I never gave up on you, Sarah.
Don't you give up on us!
Test phase 2 commencing.
What are you hoping to get out of these tests, Valerian? I told you, I don't remember anything about being the Queen of Blades.
We have to find out how much of the Zerg mutagen is left in your system. I appreciate your cooperation, Kerrigan.
Do you usually keep cooperative people in a containment cell?
When we know it's safe, I'll unlock your door myself. Now, can you reach out with your mind? Do you sense it?
A drone? Are you really asking me to take control of a Zerg mind? Do you know what could happen?
All the test subjects are in a secure environment. Are you able to control it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, the next step. See if you can order the drone to mutate into a hatchery.
A hatchery is the central structure of a Zerg base. It spreads creep so that other structures can be built. The hatchery also produces lava, which you use to morph into more drones or other Zerg creatures. When you use lava, the hatchery will replenish them over time.
Okay, Kerrigan. I'm releasing more drones into the test chamber. See if you can order them to gather those resources. You're doing well, Kerrigan. Can you morph more drones?
I need an overlord to morph anything else.
Do it then. One overlord shouldn't hurt.
The Zerg use overlords to generate more supply. Your current supply maximum is displayed in the upper right corner of the screen, along with how much supply you are currently using. If you do not have enough available supply, you will not be able to morph a unit.
Excellent. I plan to stop here, but let's take this a little further. Try mutating a drone into a spawning pool.
The spawning pool allows the hatchery to turn lava into Zerglings.
The spawning pool is finished. You should go down to the test chamber and inspect it.
I can see just fine from up here, thanks. I think that's all we need today, Kerrigan. Great work.
If you think that was great work, wait till you see this. I'll make some Zerglings. You know this is going to end badly, right?
We have a controlled environment. Kerrigan, what are you doing?
Putting your controlled environment to the test.
Stop! I didn't ask you to create Zerglings!
Funny thing about Zerg, Valerian, they never do what you expect.
Shut down the experiment. Get sentry bots in there to sanitize those holding cells. Lock down on the sublevel and power up the Eradicator. Nothing gets out!
Maybe if I destroy your pretty Eradicator, you'll learn you can't control the Zerg. I sense more Zerglings in holding pens. Valerian, you were very careless. Perhaps I'll free them too.
Containment breach. Zerg specimens free.
Evacuate the scientists. Get all personnel out of there.
Good. I can use them.
Kerrigan, this is not a game!
It never is with the Zerg.
Zerg, run!
Damn it! Get all personnel off that level!
All personnel remain on sublevel.
It's all out of control.
Containment door closed. Automated gas defense activated.
That containment door won't open until I destroy those turrets. That gas is hurting my Zerglings. The door's open. Now to destroy the Eradicator. Here. Well, they're mine now. Not yet, I haven't. I'm still in your containment cell.
Eradicator activated. Eradicator destroyed. Situation critical.
The Zerg have overrun the sublevel. You're lucky no one was killed, Kerrigan.
Luck had nothing to do with it. And maybe now, you understand how dangerous the Zerg are. I'll send them back to their pens.
I appreciate that. I'm opening your cell right now, if you'd like to join me. And perhaps next time you can make your point without destroying half the facility?
You made a mess down there, Sarah.
Starting to regret bringing me back?
Never.
I heard about what happened with your friend Tychus. I'm sorry.
He made his choice. I made mine.
Maybe you should have let him kill me. I slaughtered millions as the Queen of Blades.
That wasn't you, Sarah. Leave the past behind, and let's focus on getting out of here. I'll suit up and meet you here in an hour.
Okay. That sounds good.
My ship is prepped and we're ready to go. Heading your way now.
Dominion forces in sectors 3, 4, and 6.
Sarah.
All personnel must evacuate.
This is Nova. Begin your sweep. Find Kerrigan.
Bravo team, acknowledge.
Sarah.
The killing will never stop until Minsk is dead. I'm going to make him pay.
That's enough of that. Get it together, darling.
Bravo team, come in. Are you there, Bravo? All units to Sector 6. Go, go, go!
We gotta go.
Been a long time.
Like riding a bike.
Yep. Like riding a bike.
Jim, do you read me?
We read you.
Kerrigan, I'm glad you're alive, but we're cut off from your location. You'll have to fight your way across the lab to the tram station. That will take you to Jim's ship.
Roger that, Junior. We can handle it. Back in the saddle. Let's move out.
Isn't there... Really, Jim? 6 years later and you're still a pig.
What can I say? Old habits die hard.
Marauder ahead. I'll take him out with a kinetic blast.
Hostiles on the right.
Dominion insertion team! Help us take them out!
Raynor, Kerrigan, this recovery terminal will heal you and restore some of your energy. Good luck. I'm getting out of here.
Those Marines are clustered pretty tight. I should be able to handle them all with crushing grip. Covering ground. Pushing ahead.
The way is clear. Move out!
Out.
Another wave of Dominion insertion teams incoming.
Look up! Right. Where are the emojis going?
Let them go their way. We'll go ours. Almost to the tram station. It'll take us right to the shuttle bay.
The corridor is blocked. You'll have to cut through the sublevel to reach the tram.
I gotcha.
Come in, Valerian. The main corridor is blocked. Can you open side door A12?
I can. Be ready, though. The Zerg specimens got loose in the attack.
Yes, I can sense them down there, but I don't think I should control them again.
I won't ask you to do that. We'll handle them.
The door will open in 3, 2, 1.
Too many Zerglings!
Hostiles on the right!
Kerrigan, my forces have taken control of the security hub. We're putting this facility on lockdown. Make this easy on everyone, and surrender now.
Heading out. Sweeping. They're trying to trap us.
Come on, darling. We gotta make it through those doors.
This reminds me of the old days.
My hair's got more gray in it.
And my hair's got more Zerg.
Right.
We made it. I gotcha.
Keep moving. They're about to seal the area.
An Ultralisk. Let's see how it likes a kinetic blast.
It's a mess down here.
We've been through worse together.
Target acquired. Lord, woman. How many Zerglings did you make?
Yeah, I may have gone a little overboard.
We made it.
Are you surprised?
Keep going. There's only one more door between you and the tram station.
Covering ground. I sense a lot of Dominion in the next room.
Looks like a rough fight.
They have caged Zerg in there. We can use this console to set them loose.
Or we can use it to activate the gas defenses.
Sweeping.
Gas didn't get all of them.
Oh well, it evened the odds. Let's hit it. We made it. The tram is about to leave. Covering.
Jim, we're in full retreat. I'm en route to the Hyperion.
Roger that, Valerian. Hail us when you're on the bridge.
Just you and me now, Jim. Let's move out.
The Dominion have breached the tunnel!
The tram's picking up pace. Stay frosty, kids. We're out of the labs. We're exposed out here until we reach the shuttle bay.
A siege tank. I can take it out with a kinetic blast.
The Dominion is deploying some kind of heavy mech in the shuttle bay. Move out! We have to hold them off until the evacuation is complete.
Almost there. Let's follow these guys to the shuttle bay.
Page. Pushing ahead. Right.
Archangel in position. I've got the shuttle bay secured. All Dominion forces, push forward.
Jim, the Archangel is between us and your shuttle. Jim!
Damn it. Sarah, I'll find another way to you.
Well, you better hurry, or I'll kill this thing without you.
Engaging the enemy.
Hurry up, Jim. I think another wave is incoming.
Sarah, I'm cut off. I can't get to your location. Take my ship and go.
We just found each other again. I am not leaving you behind.
Raynor, Kerrigan, I'm on the Hyperion. We're setting course for the rendezvous. What is your status?
Kerrigan is taking my dropship. I need extraction.
I understand, and I'm sending a team for you.
Do not screw this up, Valerian.
Kerrigan, I'll see you at the rendezvous. And I'm sorry I didn't listen to you sooner.
It's too late for apologies, Valerian. Jim, I'll take your ship. But if you get yourself killed, you're in huge trouble.
Yes'm. Noted.
Jim, Dominion reinforcements are arriving. The Hyperion is taking heavy fire and my team can't reach you.
Roger that. Get the Hyperion to the rendezvous. I'll find another way off-world.
See you there.
Nova?
Well, well, Jim Raynor. If you'd helped me with my Tosh problem, I might have looked the other way while you got out. But you chose poorly.
All right, Blondie. Take your shot.
Jim? Jim! Where's Jim?
We couldn't get him out.
Valerian. You left him behind!
Stand down! Let him go, Kerrigan. Valerian is helping us.
There is no us.
IFF negative. Multiple hostiles inside the perimeter.
Scramble attack response squads 3 through 9. Hull breach! Frame 7, deck 3! Defensive maneuver Delta 4. Prep all stations for jump.
No one is going anywhere until I see Jim.
Shields at 30. Failure imminent. Dominion fleet, this is Hyperion. Cease fire. Crown Prince Valerian is aboard.
My father will sacrifice any piece on the chessboard to take the queen.
We have to jump now. We'll lead them away and circle back for Jim.
Decompressor.
Sarah, we need to work together.
Do what you want. I'm going to find Jim.
Kerrigan, before we jumped, Hyperion tracked multiple Dominion signatures headed down to the surface. You're gonna have a surprise party down there.
Scanning. Detecting Dominion forces and a Zerg hive cluster.
Yeah, there must be an old hive here. I'm more worried about the Dominion.
Ground team, this is Fleet. What is your status? Fleet, our base is set up, and the track and pulse cannon is almost online. Roger that. Eliminate all stragglers as they warp to these coordinates. We'll return for you. Fleet out.
That cannon will take out Jim's ship as soon as he enters orbit. He'll never see it coming. Set course for the Zerg hive cluster. I need an army. I can sense a mind controlling this brood. Who are you?
My queen, I am Nakjul, a brood mother. You created us to extend your control of the swarm. Have you returned to us?
I'm not your queen, and I haven't returned. But I need your brood to destroy the Terran cannon right now.
Most of my brood is with me. I can send them to you, but it will take time.
Then send them. When they arrive, we'll tear down that cannon before Jim gets here. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare this hive for combat. The Dominion would have tracked my ship, and they'll be looking for me. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. The first thing I need is a spawning pool.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base. We're going in. Send reinforcements.
The Dominion found us. They're going to hit us hard. I should make Zerglings from the larva at my hatchery.
Your brood can harvest Vespine at maximum efficiency if you order 3 drones to the extractor. When the Dominion arrived, they drove some of my brood into caves. They will rejoin us if we can kill the Terran soldiers guarding the cave entrances. A queen would be very useful for fighting the Terrans. You can birth a queen at the hatchery. There are more Zerglings in this cave, my queen.
Dominion approaching from the north.
Stand back up! Being attacked!
Come out of hiding, Zerglings. Fight for your queen.
We got Zerg!
You have recovered part of the brood. Rise, my children. There is a large Dominion force on its way to the hive cluster. There are more Zerglings in this cave, my queen. More of my Zerglings. The brood grows stronger. The worms are tunneling to you right now. My brood will be there soon. Only a short time before my Nidus worms bring reinforcements. My brood has come. They are yours to command, my queen.
Perfect. Now let's get up to their base and destroy that cannon before Jim arrives.
All of your forces in battle. There is a way to control them all at once.
Zerg! Defend the cannon!
I have arrived. All of my brood is here to serve you.
This is Kerrigan.
fleeing to their ships!
Kill them all. No one gets out alive.
Yes, the Queen has returned. Kill the Terrans!
The Queen? You're right. I was slipping back into something that... I have to get out of here.
We will await your return.
Jim? Are you on this frequency? Jim, are you out there? I'm at the rendezvous. It's all clear here. I've been thinking about what you said. There's something dark in me, Jim. I need you. I need you to hear me right now.
Your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this news. Notorious rebel Jim Raynor was captured in a daring raid yesterday. He was briefly interrogated and summarily executed. Emperor Mengsk had this to say.
Proud Dominion citizens, at long last our nightmare is over. The lawless terrorist James Raynor is dead. With his death comes a new era of peace. The Protoss have retreated from our dominion, and the Zerg threat has been removed. Their swarm is shattered and leaderless. Soon, we will eradicate every last Zerg on Char. In short, we have won. Our peace and security is assured. Good night, my faithful subjects.
Mengsk.
Navigation online. Destination Zerg space. Confirm.
Confirmed.
Intercepted Dominion transmissions indicate the Zerg swarm has been split into factions. Part of the swarm is on Char, under the command of a broodmother named Sagara. She is fighting a running battle against General Warfield's Dominion forces. A broodmother named Nafash took her brood to the frozen moon of Calder. Recent reports indicate a Protoss presence there. There is a high likelihood that Nafash is fighting the Protoss for control of Calder. Her brood is believed to contain highly evolved, dangerous Zerg organisms. Organisms detected.
That's why I'm here. They'll either accept me as their queen, or I'll start killing them one by one until they do. What are you?
I am Isha. Your Majesty used to store all her ideas, thoughts, and plans within me. Do you not remember?
Yes, I do remember you. More importantly, you remember me.
You are the Queen of Blades. I obey.
Perfect. Summon the swarm and prepare to move on Core Hall.
The swarm is in disarray and will not answer your call. Most Zerg on Char are under the command of Broodmother Zagara. She seeks to create her own swarm. While she lives, the swarm will be divided.
Not for long it won't. Take us down to the surface. The Dominion sure made themselves at home while I was gone. Once I've reclaimed my forces, General Warfield is getting evicted. Tell me about this Leviathan.
It is the organism from which you command the swarm, and this is its nerve center.
And it can take me to any world I wish?
Of course, my queen, but our numbers are few. Before conquering other worlds, you may wish to reclaim your forces here on Char.
Leave the strategy to me. Now, what else can I do on this Leviathan?
You can evolve and upgrade your swarm in the evolution pit. The creature Abathur can help you.
What are you?
Abathur. Evolve swarm, spin strands and sequences. Served Overmind, then served Queen of Blades. Now serve you.
I am the Queen of Blades.
Different. Examining genetic strands. Queen of Blades was efficient, ancient Zerg qualities. Minor Terran influence. You, infected with more Terran matter. Grasper limb poorly designed. Can improve. We'll give it back better.
Don't touch me.
Only focus is evolving the swarm. Seek perfection in all things. Work in evolution pit. Can review my work here. Many benefits to evolving swarm. Start with Zergling.
Did the Broodmother Zagara try to take you with her?
No, not powerful enough to command me. Only you.
If she lacks that power, how did she think she could command the swarm?
Adaptation. Place herself in situation where only option, evolution. Force change on herself.
So she may have evolved into something much more dangerous. That will make things interesting.
Organism can be upgraded. 3 distinct mutations available. Once chosen, will activate sequences within creature. Improve combat potential. Mutation choice, not permanent. Can alter at any time.
One of your broodmothers, Zagara, refuses to acknowledge that you are the Queen of Blades. Before you can reclaim Char from the Terrans, you will need to bring her brood back into the fold. Zagara's brood is currently huddled in Char's acid marsh, where you stored millions of eggs for future use. From the location of her hive cluster, it appears Zagara intends to gather as many eggs as she can.
She's trying to build an army. But how will she hatch the eggs?
She can place them in a birthing pond to quicken. I have located our hive cluster near one such pond.
Then I'll collect enough eggs to spawn an army and destroy Zagara.
You are not the Queen of Blades. You are a weak and pathetic Terran creature. Leave Char while you can. These eggs and the swarm belong to me.
Zagara has drawn the attention of some feral banelings. They are attacking her.
Out with it.
Zagara has deep tunneled back to her base to recover her strength. She will return.
Banelings very useful. Morph from Zerglings. Any Zergling can morph to Baneling.
I can sense the unhatched eggs. Now I just have to get them before Zagara.
I have returned, and now you shall pay.
Warning. A wave of Zerglings is approaching our hive cluster.
There are more eggs nearby.
This will not stop me.
We found several infested Terran structures nearby. They seem to be of interest to the feral Zerg.
I'll destroy them if I get a chance. Something is different about this nest.
This Baneling nest is ready to hatch immediately.
I sense more eggs. Here.
You cannot stop me.
Halfway there.
We destroyed one of the infested Terran structures. One more remains.
Enough! While you've been stealing eggs, I've been making troops. Let me show you how Zerg fight.
Warning! A huge swarm of Zerglings is approaching our hive cluster. We should defend with all available forces.
I never really die. I am the swarm.
We destroyed the last infested Terran structure.
You don't even return to defend your own hive cluster? How strong are you? I have returned, and now you shall pay. Don't think finding those pathetic Baneling nests will save you. You'll kill me with minions? At least fight me yourself!
You have hatched all of the Baneling nests. Now it only remains to recover all the dormant eggs.
I have returned, and now you shall pay.
I have enough eggs. Abathur, infuse the birthing pond. Get those eggs to hatch for me.
Simple. Catalytic solution. Accelerated quickening. Army ready in a moment.
And now, Zagara will regret crossing me.
Such power! How can you control so many?
Kill her.
I only did as you instructed, my queen.
Hold. I told you to rebel against me.
You told all your brood mothers to be strong, to fight, to conquer. You said the Zerg lead by force of will. Your will is strongest, and I shall serve you.
I will let you live, Zagara. I want to rebuild the swarm, and you are a part of that plan.
You are my queen.
Zagara is here to serve your will.
Tell me, Zagara, how would you drive the Terrans from this world?
I would obliterate their fortress on the Dauntless Plateau. But the only way to reach it is through the Bone Trench. Be warned, the Terrans flooded our tunnels with lava. We will be exposed on the surface until we reach the plateau.
That doesn't concern me. Warfield has no idea what he's up against.
But what of the Zelnaga artifact? Could the Terrans still possess it?
They might, but I know it's not here on Char. It's no threat to us.
My queen, your chamber is now available. Within, you can alter your abilities. This is your personal chamber. From here, you can focus your neural pathways and alter your active abilities. As you grow in power, newer and stronger abilities will awaken. You can alter your active abilities here whenever you wish.
The swarm is growing again. Now for you, Warfield. Reclaiming this world will send a message to your Emperor. I'm coming for him. Isha, all around me I see signs of the old Queen of Blades. But I can't remember why I held my forces here on Char for so long.
You were studying the future, planning for a great war.
What war? Explain.
You never told us. You only said that you had seen a vision of our extinction, and you wanted us to fight to the last.
I don't remember that. At all. What is that sound?
Failed experiments. Reverting to biomass. Slow process.
At least put them out of their misery first.
Wasted effort. Creatures will die soon. Pain irrelevant.
When you say things like that, Abathur, I almost remember you. And I feel anger.
Anger product of adrenaline, stress response, imminent threat. No threat to you, no anger.
I'll be the judge of that. Do you know why I beat you in battle?
You were stronger than I.
No.
Faster then.
No.
Do not toy with me, my queen. Tell me your secret.
Talk to Abathur in the evolution pit.
He will tell me?
He will change you. Go. Tell me about the changes you made to Zagara.
Brood Mother template already allowed complex problem solving, learning, ability to command broods, multiple focuses. Now added muscle density, expanded brain matter. Now able to hypothesize multiple scenarios, cognitive flexibility.
Perhaps I should add this to all future brood mothers.
Extraneous brain matter deemed unnecessary for broodmother role in swarm. Extra matter requires extra energy. Also leads to increased independence. This contradicts imperative. Zerg must present no danger to leader of swarm.
Times are changing. I want my minions as dangerous as possible.
To reach the Dauntless Plateau, we must move the swarm through the Bone Trench. The Terrans will bring everything they have against us.
The Bone Trench. This is the only approach to the Terran fortress. I tried to bring my brood through here once before. The Terrans brought their Gorgon battlecruisers from the skies. They strafed us over and over. My brood bled and died, along with any hope of pushing the Terrans from Char.
Wait, those are Scourge nests. They could bring down a Gorgon. We just need to reawaken them.
My queen, we should simply race through the trench, not waste time fighting Gorgons. If we surprise the Terrans, we can make it through with acceptable losses.
And if we don't, the swarm dies. You need to learn vision, Zagara. Planning, calculation, cunning. We can use this creep tumor to spawn a tumor near the Scourge nest. Once it's awake, Warfield's Gorgon is done for.
My queen, General Warfield has called in a Gorgon. It is headed for our hive cluster.
That ship is huge. No wonder Warfield can't deploy 2 of them into the trench at once.
He only needs 1.
Hurry. Spread creep to those Scourge nests so we can place a creep tumor by them.
That will awaken the Scourge nest. I hope it is enough to destroy the Gorgon.
A Gorgon approaches our hive cluster.
Have a creep tumor by the first Scourge nest.
What is it now? Awaken. Annihilate that Gorgon. Perfect. Warfield.
The Scourge Nest spent its entire life force to take out the Gorgon.
We have more. Get a creep tumor by the next one. Move!
Discovered usable essence within Zerg biomass. Valuable sequences. Recover will empower Queen of Blades.
Get another Gorgon into the fight.
Down. There's more coming. Spread the creep.
Bring in a Gorgon. Crush Kerrigan. Deploy drop pods.
Thank you, my queen. There are more of my brood burrowed among the dead.
I may want to keep you near the front lines to spawn creep tumors.
I understand. The more tumors there are, the faster creep spreads. Our forces should avoid the Gorgon. Only a Scourge Nest can destroy it.
Got another one. Leave this planet to me, Warfield.
Never, Kerrigan.
General Warfield called in another Gorgon, my queen.
Lots of bones in that trench. All Zerg. You'll join them soon enough. Another Gorgon! You'll pay for this, Kerrigan. Get another Gorgon into the fight.
Warfield sent a Raven after our creep tumors. Kill it, now.
Get a strike team to that Scourge Nest before the Zerg activate it.
Another Gorgon down. Keep it up. Awaken more Scourge Nests.
I claimed this planet in the name of the Terran Dominion. I'm not gonna lose it.
Oh, I think you are. This is your last Gorgon, isn't it?
Biomass obtained. Good sequences.
Pull back! Repeat! All Dominion forces in the trench, retreat! We've lost control. Kerrigan, this is Warfield. I know you can hear me. I have a message for you. Bring everything you have. Bring your whole swarm. I don't want to hunt down stragglers after we wipe you out.
I'll see you on the Dauntless Plateau, old man.
I feel my queen's hatred burning like a star. But there is something underneath it I do not understand.
It's pain, Isha. Sometimes even my hatred can't shield me from memories.
Of an enemy who damaged you?
No. Memories of better times. Of a friend now lost.
You have grown stronger, my queen. New abilities are available within your chamber.
Your strategy against the Terrans was strange, but I understand it now.
Abathur's changes are bearing fruit. Do you remember what I told you on the battlefield?
Vision. Is this like cunning?
No.
Viciousness?
Abathur, go to him.
His work is painful.
His work will make you understand vision.
I will go.
I don't need to read Warfield's mind to know what he's planning for me. He has no idea what he's up against. Isha, when the Queen of Blades... when I commanded the swarm here on Char, what was I like?
You were mighty. You made us cunning and strong. And we knew we would survive forever under you.
And now?
Now nothing is clear, but the swarm will continue. If you die, we will serve another leader.
I am the leader of the swarm, and if I die, so do all of you. Remember it.
A new tier of abilities has awakened. If you wish to use a new ability, you must select it. Otherwise, it will not activate.
New discovery. Large-scale improvement to Zergling sequences.
What kind of improvement?
Answer complex. can branch evolution of fully evolved Zergling form 2 new strains.
Then add them to the swarm, Abathur.
Strains mutually exclusive will compete in sequence. One must be chosen, other must be discarded.
Fine. Make some of each. I want to see them in action.
We'll set up tests for both. Initiate from Evolution Pit.
I'm going to look into your memories and find out why I feel so angry when I see you.
Memories not important. Distractions.
I see it in your mind. You designed the Queen of Blades. Your limbs wrapped me in the chrysalis.
Weak and soft. Broke bones. Tore flesh. Improved you.
If you weren't important to my plans, you'd be dead right now.
Unclear. Zergling strain ready for augmentation. Unique essence discovered on Dominion security world. Collect essence. Adapt Zergling. Destroy Dominion outpost. Planet Callus. Dominion security outpost in cliffs above valley. Out of reach. Adaptation required. Local Karak vault through air. Attack prey. Devour Karak. Collect essence. Can assimilate trait into Zergling strand. Once collected, Dominion outpost within reach. Essence acquired. New sequence spun into Zergling strand. Augmented Zerglings ready for combat.
Good. Let's see them in action.
Delivering additional Zerglings now. Raptor strain leaps to close on enemy. Scales cliffs. Outpost destroyed. Next strain ready for testing. Planet Astrid 3. Feral Zerg brood. Feral hatcheries evolved unique adaptation. Morph Zerglings very fast.
I'm taking control of the hive cluster right now.
Incorporating adaptation into swarm.
There's a Dominion force on this world, inbound on the hive cluster. Work fast, Abathur.
Swarmling strain complete. Ready to morph. Swarmling strain. Hatches quickly. 3 from single egg. Overwhelms foes. Dominion incoming. Morph larva into swarmling strain.
There's just too many.
They're everywhere! Then shoot everywhere!
Attackers eliminated. Ready to morph additional Zerglings. Destroy base. Dominion dead. Swarmling test concluded. Must prepare sequences for swarm integration. Returning to Evolution Pit.
To rule Char once again, we must destroy the Terran fortress. They will fight with everything they have. We need only your command, my queen.
We've reached the Terran fortress. They're dug in and ready for us. There is no room for subtlety here. We will go after them wherever they are and overwhelm them.
Prepare for nuclear launch. I want the only thing left of these bugs to be glowing corpses.
General Warfield is activating his nuclear arsenal.
We have to move fast. Zagara, you set up a hive cluster while I take this wave and do as much damage as I can.
I will ready a hive cluster for the swarm, while you do as much damage as you can, my queen.
Send me reinforcements when you can. This is going to be bloody.
Repel the Zerg assault. Don't budge an inch.
Leave Char. If you stay, I will slaughter your men to the last. Nothing stands in.
You gave up your humanity for this? To kill more people? Evacuate civilians. Soldiers, stand your ground.
More of the swarm have arrived to reinforce your attack, my queen. The Terrans are launching another nuclear missile. Clear the area.
You gave up your humanity for this? To kill more people? Damn it, girl. We saved you. How could you return to this? Ghost teams Bravo and Delta, open fire!
I am sending more Zerg to you, my queen. May they be useful in your attack.
We're running out of time.
Wipe them out, men! These bugs will never take charge. Time for the nuclear option. Kill them all!
Our hive cluster barely survived that blast, my queen.
Warfield will drop more nukes on us as his arsenal comes online. Our only hope is to breach his tactical operations center. Once we're inside, it's all over.
I have created something to help you destroy the Terrans. The aberration.
Sequences sloppy, yet effective.
Use them, my queen. Take control of the base, and the Terrans will learn to fear the swarm. My queen, within these facilities, the Terrans experiment upon the Zerg. This cannot be allowed.
I'll destroy them if I get the chance, Zagara.
Men, we've located the Zerg hive cluster. Deploy assault teams.
Detected another nuclear missile launch.
Damn it! You'll regret this, Kerrigan.
I've taken out the science facilities. That'll put an end to Warfield's experiments.
I hope those bugs are good company, 'cause they'll join you in hell.
You should have left Char to me, Warfield.
Deploy SCVs! Repair that breach!
The way is clear.
Go, hunt them all down, but leave General Warfield to me.
Lieutenant, get the wounded to those shuttles.
We're almost there. Should I send a team to get you?
I'm fine, Lieutenant. Just see to those wounded. I'll get out another way.
General, there's too many Zerg. We're not gonna make it.
Kerrigan, you listen to me. I have 3 shuttles packed with men too injured to ever be a threat to you. Husbands, fathers, you let those shuttles go. You hear me?
General, we're surrounded. There's no way out.
You bitch. You're not even human anymore. You betrayed us all. For what? Petty revenge? How many innocents have you killed? How many more have to die? What if Raina could see you right now?
General, we're surrounded. We're not gonna make it. General, the Zerg pulled back. It's a miracle. We're going to make
is no turning back now.
I do not understand.
The Terrans will never forgive what I'm doing here. If my becoming human again eased their fears, well, I've given them new reasons to be afraid. But I'm not going to wait for them to come after me. I'll strike first.
Our Leviathan is able to travel to another world at your command.
Char is ours, once again.
Our enemies should fear us.
We still have a long way to go.
We are numberless, we are relentless, and we are evolving.
We are also done on Char. I will decide on our next destination soon. Tell me about your work.
Look at flesh, see only potential. Strands, sequences, twisting, separating, joining. See how it could be better. Eat flesh, splinter bone. Inside me, can touch it, weave it, spin it, make it great.
But not perfect?
Never perfect. Perfection goal that changes, never stops moving. Can chase, cannot catch.
You certainly have your uses.
Baneling strain ready for augmentation. Discovered creature with powerful essence. Good adaptation for Baneling. Defeat creature. Assimilate essence. Create new strain. Planet Nelith. Unique life form present on surface. Mitoscarab. Organism has evolved elegant survival mechanism. Decentralized nervous system. Upon death, remains become two lesser creatures.
I want the Mitoscarab essence assimilated before the Protoss know we're here.
Require additional essence. Prime Mitoscarab near. Spinning sequence into Baneling strand. Augmented Banelings ready for combat.
Excellent. Let's introduce the Protoss to our new friends.
Splits into two smaller creatures upon detonation. Occurs only once. Delivering Banelings now. They are unending. More Banelings arriving now.
The Protoss are finished. Ready your next experiment, Abathur.
Scoria. Volcanic resource world. Hostile terrain. Thousands of Banelings subjected to lava. Extreme conditions used to guide evolution. Over many cycles, adaptation occurs. New strain emerges. Can leap up cliffs to avoid lava.
That's useful.
Successful specimens scattered on surface must gather. Survivors located here must be collected. Lava rising, remain on high ground.
Got some movement out here.
What's happening? Those things can jump?
Get that Hercules back to base now! Zerg forces inbound!
Dominion mining camp. Extracting minerals.
I see them. Let's test out these new Banelings.
Front entrance heavily fortified. Banelings unable to pass.
The base is built into the cliffs. Our banelings can travel overland and drop in from the back.
Where are they coming from?
Mining facility destroyed. Experiment successful.
I am so powerful. I feel as if I could be a threat to you now.
Listen well, Zagara. Someday you might rule the swarm. If you think you can take it now, make your move. But the next time we fight, it is to the death. All or nothing.
I will serve you and learn from you. And perhaps someday, I will lead the swarm. But not today.
And what lesson did I teach you?
Vision, my queen. You taught me vision.
The swarm is powerful, but power is not enough for its leader. I defeated Warfield not through numbers or strength. I simply possessed vision, and he did not.
I will remember it, my queen.
Zeratul.
What do you want?
Believe. Kerrigan, I have been to the beginning. Behold, Xeris, birthplace of the Zerg. Here the Zerg evolved. And here, the Dark One altered them. Those left behind are the primal Zerg. They fight. They kill. They evolve. Just as you must, if you survive.
Nafash, a broodmother, took part of the swarm to the frozen moon Calder, where she is fighting a Protoss expedition. Nafash's brood had many highly evolved creatures. To reunite the swarm, you will need those adaptations. I cannot detect the Dark Templar. Is he hidden on the Leviathan, waiting to strike?
He's gone. Whatever agenda he's pursuing, he's not a threat to me. Not right now, at least.
Isn't anything not Zerg a threat to us?
Do not question me, Isha.
As you say, my queen. The scouts report that Nafash set up a hive on this plain, but abandoned it shortly after.
She moved off into those ice valleys. That must be where the Protoss are.
You have said you wish revenge on the leader of the Terrans, but there are no Terrans on this moon.
Nefash's brood has valuable adaptations. I need them to strengthen the swarm so that I can take down Minsk.
Surely my brood alone could defeat his forces. Terrans are weak.
Isn't that what you thought about me?
Swarm suffering on this moon.
I thought you'd made my Zerg stronger than this.
Colder as cold as deep space. Other than Leviathan, no reason to specialize Swarm for such cold.
Is that an excuse?
Wasteful to spin unnecessary adaptations. Complexity, bad. Not needed before, needed now. We'll look for local fauna. Essence useful for swarm adaptation.
Do it.
Nefash moved her brood into these ice valleys to fight the Protoss. It is unknown if she will join you willingly. This moon has pockets of intense cold, called flash freeze storms. One such storm is approaching. It will push temperatures down so fast that almost all thermal energy will be lost. The storm will pass quickly, but while it is here, your troops will be frozen in place.
I can sense indigenous creatures nearby. Their matriarchs have powerful essence, strong enough to help us adapt to this cold. I have to find an Ursidon matriarch and get her essence.
This Zerg is feral. It is not under the control of any higher entity.
Another feral roach. Something is very wrong.
The flash freeze is near.
I just have to find an Ursidon matriarch. Going.
The flash freeze has arrived. Your troops are frozen.
These Ursidon, led by Matriarch, strong essence. Once local essence assimilated, Swarm will resist flash freeze.
The flash freeze is ending.
This world is...
Essence assimilated. Swarm resistant to flash freeze.
Excellent. And now I can sense Nefash's hive cluster nearby.
Injured roaches able to burrow, regain health.
The swarm never rests. Nefash's brood. The Protoss must have wiped them out. I'll awaken this hive cluster for the swarm.
The Protoss sense the awakening. They are aware of our presence.
The Queen of Blades. But what has happened to you? Frail and human.
Protoss. I wondered when you'd show yourselves.
We must inform Shakuras. They will send the Golden Armada. They will destroy you.
Isha, tell me the Protoss are out of range of Shakuras.
They are, my queen. However, the Protoss have Psi-Link spires that can amplify their psionic communication.
Then we destroy those spires before the Protoss can activate them.
Additional matriarch essence nearby. If collected, Swarm can become more efficient in flash freeze.
I do like an efficient swarm. If I have a chance, I will hunt down some matriarchs.
Brave Protoss, slow her down. Take the fight to her.
Protoss approaching the hive cluster. Flash freeze approaching. The Protoss will be vulnerable until it passes.
The Protoss are defenseless. Attack now.
Flash freeze is passing. Flash freeze storm has arrived.
Press our advantage. Destroy the Protoss. There's not much time. One down.
Even if you destroy our spires, we will get word to Shakuras.
Matriarch essence useful. Visibility during flash freeze increased.
The Golden Armada will be your end!
Nefash, I didn't have much hope of finding you alive at this point. The Protoss will pay many times over.
We should wait for a flash freeze before attacking this large Protoss force.
Out with it. One more left.
It's no use, Kerrigan. Shakuras will destroy.
Flash freeze storm is fading.
Matriarch essence assimilated. Swarm perfectly adapted to fight in flash freeze storms.
Push ahead.
The spires have fallen! Retreat!
The Protoss expedition will be unable to contact Shakuras.
Now they have to deal with us.
We captured a prisoner in the wastes and subdued her, my queen. She says she is a researcher.
I didn't order you to take prisoners.
Abathur requested it. He wants to dissect her.
What's the point? He won't be able to use Protoss genetic material.
He likes to try.
Actually, keep her alive for now. I might find a use for her.
The swarm adapts. The swarm thrives.
Nefash's brood lives again within the swarm.
When the Protoss struck, she fell back to prepared positions in the ice valleys. The Protoss had to hunt her down.
She was intelligent, careful, and tenacious, but she made one mistake. She ran away.
I have always wished to feel Protoss bones snapping in my claws. May I?
No, Zagara.
Surely you do not think to show mercy?
Violence is a tool. I use it when I have to, but a leader uses the right tool for the job.
This is a Terran way to think. The Zerg do not use tools at all.
To a leader, everything and everybody is a tool. What are your people doing here?
We study this moon to see if its rotation can be altered, its climate improved. Do you understand? We are only colonists, and you are killing us.
Yes. And if I let you live, you'll call your Golden Armada and they will kill me.
Kill thousands to save yourself. Is that how you justify this?
I justify nothing. There is no moral high ground here. Your people have killed billions of Zerg. We are all covered in blood. There may be more on my hands than yours, but in the end we are both killers.
Your power level has increased. A new tier of abilities has awakened.
When I was my old self, did I ever give you humans to experiment on?
Yes, very bad. Primitive structures, minimal biological adaptability.
You know I was Terran.
Rare Terran individuals, high psionic potential, overcome flawed origins.
From now on, we won't be doing any more experiments on humans.
Am pleased to know it.
The Protoss still seek to warn Shakuras of our presence. They are preparing to send shuttles through their warp network to Shakuras. The Protoss are preparing shuttles for launch.
A warp conduit. I sense millions of Protoss minds on the other side. Shakuras! If a single shuttle passes through, they can alert Shakuras to our presence.
Should we destroy it then?
No, they would detect that. Our only choice is to stop their shuttles from reaching the conduit. Nefash's Hydralisks. Abathur, assimilate their essence into the swarm.
Hydralisk reconstituted can morph from larva.
I need more Hydralisks to destroy these shuttles.
My queen, the Protoss have launched a shuttle. It is en route to a warp conduit.
Not if I have anything to say about it. We will bring down that shuttle.
Engage the hive directly. Our shuttles must break through.
You will never leave this ball of ice.
My queen, the Protoss were gathering biological samples and storing them in these stasis chambers.
We'll destroy the chambers and take the biomass if we can.
The Protoss launched another shuttle. This one is accompanied by a fighter escort.
You cannot stop us all, Kerrigan.
The Protoss are mobilizing an assault on our hive cluster. The Protoss have launched another shuttle. It is bearing towards an unknown location.
They're bringing more warp conduits online. I sense 2 more activating.
Large quantities of biomass. Good to have. Can use to improve swarm.
The Protoss are launching shuttles from a new base.
Well, that makes things a little more complicated. Another chamber destroyed. What were the Protoss doing with all this biomass?
I am sensing a Protoss psionic matrix. Your forces are nearing the enemy's base.
That's the last stasis chamber.
We'll examine biomass. Consume. Improve swarm.
Warning, your forces are approaching the enemy's base. A launch bay has been destroyed. The Protoss will be forced to launch their shuttles from the remaining bays. Another Protoss launch bay has been destroyed. All launch bays have been destroyed. The Protoss are crippled.
Good. The warp conduits are useless to them now.
You've done it, my queen. The Protoss threat is removed.
Nothing is done. Until they are all dead.
Our scouts report a large Protoss ship on the other side of the moon.
The interstellar ship they used to travel here.
It is not yet ready for launch, but it will be before we can get to it.
They're tenacious. I'll give them that. But I am ready for this.
You do not have to do this. You could leave. Be away from this moon before the Golden Armada arrives.
I can't run. I know that now. My enemies will never stop coming for me. All I can do is fight.
Then there will never be peace.
Peace?
I am learning from you, my queen. You are here to strengthen your swarm for the fight ahead.
There is no other creature like you in the swarm. Where did your essence come from?
The Overmind spun me from many species, a brood of one.
What did you do after the Overmind died?
Wandered the tunnels of Char, without purpose. Pharaoh, Queen of Blades, found me, made me Zerg again.
You aren't Zerg unless you're under someone's control?
Without overriding will, am beast. Less.
The Protoss have launched a vessel from the dark side of Calder. We are still able to sense its presence, but time is running short.
One of your ships escaped.
Then you need only await the Golden Armada. Your death will be swift.
I'm sorry.
For what? Slaughtering my people?
For what I must do to you. Your friends on that ship can sense you. They know they left one behind.
No.
But they can't warp you to their ship, because I'm blocking them.
No! No!
But if I drop the veil...
Do not warp me in, Templar! Do not!
You let the other Protoss take her?
She will be their death.
The Templar must be warned!
Now. Listen carefully. This ship contains many dangers. Follow my commands and hide in the shadows. You will consume and grow. Infest this ship and kill every last Protoss on board. Now go and spawn your brood. A zealot. Use your parasitic invasion to hide within that creature.
What was that noise?
All right. He's gone. Consume your host and move on. A sentry. Hide in the steam vents until it passes.
Creep detected. Priority 1 established. All other priorities rescinded. Patrolling.
There's no way around those zealots. Invade the Ursidon and crush them.
The Zerg have infested the Ursidon!
So the Protoss think they have a few infested animals. They have no idea what they're up against. The time has come for you to grow into a brood mother. Stop here. This area is safe from prying eyes. Evolve. Grow. You are Niadra. This is your purpose. Spawn a brood and destroy the Protoss. Kill them all.
I live to serve. Kill these creatures! I can consume their biomass and use it to grow our brood!
The Zerg have infiltrated our vessel. Warriors, destroy them!
You must evolve. Grow stronger. The final battle approaches. It's time to evolve and expand your control over your brood, Niadra.
Tear down their defenses! Nothing stops the swarm! Defense is our only way forward. Go!
A psi shield. The Protoss are powering it through a nearby structure. Find it and destroy it.
There! That structure powers the shield. The shield no longer blocks my path. Let us move forward. A strong energy emanates from this part of the ship. What is its purpose? The energy. It is overwhelming.
You found their warp drive. Destroy it and this vessel will never reach Shakuras.
The shield is down. I'll destroy the warp drive myself. You will not hold back the swarm. Without question. For the swarm!
Warning. A warp drive breach has occurred. Evacuate immediately.
Contain them! The Zerg must not breach the stasis chambers!
More biomass for the swarm! Here. The explosions have stopped.
Wait. There is a disturbance in the chamber ahead.
Emergency. Power failure detected. Awakening Protoss warriors from stasis.
Exterminate the specimens! Do not allow the Zerg to consume them!
Kill their warriors! I must have that biomass. Do not let them kill the Ursidon. That's all will start. The Acidon is mine. Come, beast. We have Protoss to destroy.
The Protoss are fortifying the bridge. Prepare your forces.
The ship has taken us as far as it can. Prepare the escape pods!
Destroy the pods before they launch. The Protoss must not reach Shakuras.
Strike now. We must buy our brothers time.
They prepare more escape pods. Destroy them!
I fear no enemy, for the color is my strength. We will never be defeated! We give our lives for the color!
Yes, you will. The Protoss are no more, my queen. My queen, can you hear me? We are alone. The Queen of Blades has given us one purpose. To destroy the Protoss. We will be prepared. We will serve again.
It is done. The Golden Armada will never know we were here.
I am glad that Protoss is no longer aboard our Leviathan. Her psionic presence was disturbing.
She died bravely, trying to save her friends.
Why do you care how the Protoss died?
I will kill anyone in my way. That doesn't mean I enjoy it.
Even Arcturus Mengsk, my queen? Will his death bring you no joy?
Stop talking, Isha.
Placed parasite into Protoss host.
Yes. What about it?
Clever. Lateral thinking. Protoss not able to be infested, but can still be host to foreign organism. Origins of parasite unknown.
I made it, Abathur. You're not the only one who can spin sequences.
Revelation. Will continue work. Roach strain ready for augmentation. Protoss research facilities discovered. Experiments within useful to evolve swarm. Must acquire. Destroy Protoss. Improve swarm. Planet Kantar. Concealed Protoss facility. Many Protoss specimens. Captive Scantipede is virulent parasite.
Well then, why don't we let it out to play?
Implants parasites into host. Erupt from corpse. Essence must be ours. Protoss must not destroy. Essence acquired. Roaches modified with parasitic sequence. Corpser strain. Implants roachling parasite. Erupts from enemy's corpse.
Push forward. Leave no survivors. Let the roachlings attack the enemy first.
Protoss destroyed. Scantipede essence secure. Planet Melis 4. Environment used to guide evolution. Microbial organisms reproduce within pools. Generations of roaches ordered to consume. Most organs seize up, die. Survivors adapted, formed symbiotic bond with microbes. New strain, vile roach, ready for command.
I sense Protoss forces nearby. Let's see these new roaches in combat.
Vile strain. Acid saliva coats enemy. Slows movement. Slows attacks.
Systems unreal. unresponsive. Cannot attack. Focused. Additional approaches arriving now. Abominations! Difficult to... Vile strain successful. Protoss eliminated. Must prepare sequences. Returning to evolution pit.
Zerus, birth world of the Zerg. It lies far beyond the Caprulu sector, where no Terran has ventured. You must go to that ancient place, Kerrigan. Learn its secrets, and take its power. Zerus called you here.
My need to see Meng's dead called me here. These Zerg will help me destroy Core Hall.
You must let Zerus remake you, Kerrigan. The final war nears, and there is little time.
I don't have to do a damn thing. I will not be a pawn in your prophecies.
But you will do anything to have your revenge.
Anything.
Then that is enough.
Why are you helping me, Zeratul? You have more cause to hate me than most.
The Xel'Naga wish you restored as the leader of the swarm.
You know I don't believe in your mad prophecies.
Your belief is not required. I act for the greater good, though it earns me the hatred of my own people.
Spare me your self-pity, Zeratul. Everyone has to make peace with their own choices.
I made my peace long ago. When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
We all have to pay for our actions someday. I guess your day is almost here. I'm looking through the eyes of my overlords. These primal Zerg are fascinating. They show no signs of age.
All organisms age, even Zerg.
But the primals feed off the essence of individuals. They're in a state of constant evolution. They don't die.
Until they are killed by another primal.
True. The most successful hunters among them must be incredibly ancient and incredibly dangerous.
We came from this place?
The Zerg first evolved here, yes.
I do not like it. A soft world. Char is far superior.
Don't be so sure. Zerus may prove more dangerous than any world we've known. What do you think of the primal Zerg?
Dynamic, varied, interesting, messy, unsuccessful.
I thought you'd like them. As individuals, they constantly evolve to be more efficient killers.
Primal Zerg, reactionary, improvised, some good sequences can steal. Swarm, efficient, careful improvements, successful.
The primal Zerg are disturbed by our presence. They gather even now, preparing to destroy us.
I sense something. An ancient consciousness. Sleeping.
The Ancient One. A primal Zerg who witnessed the creation of the Overmind.
You want me to awaken it, don't you?
If you truly seek the power of Zerus, you will need the Ancient One.
My queen, enemy primals are massing nearby. They are going to attack us.
They wish to stop you from speaking with the Ancient One. What will you do?
What my enemies fear most. Always.
You are on the path, and no longer need my guidance. You will not see me again, Kerrigan.
So this is the Ancient One.
To awaken this creature, we must feed it.
There's a lot of biomass here. We'll kill these Quilgore and have drones harvest meat from their corpses. Once the drone is done harvesting, it will drag the biomass to the Ancient.
Rap speaks now! You intrude on my territory, corrupt sir. We will devour your flesh!
Warning. A force of primal Zerg flyers is preparing to assault the Hive cluster.
Mutalists reconstituted, ready for your armies. We destroy primal guardians.
Primal Zerg forces are massing nearby. They are likely to attack again.
Let them try. This pack of Quilgore is our first target. Let's move out.
Quilgore located. We must move quickly if we are to secure their biomass.
I'm sensing something primal nearby, but it's small.
Primal essence pool, strong sequences. Approach, absorb essence, will augment strength.
I feel stronger. This must be the power Zeratul spoke of.
You must not wake the Ancient. Destroy the meat. These will learn nothing.
We have to stop them. Our forces can intercept their raiding parties.
Quilgore biomass under attack. A drone can harvest biomass from this Quilgore. The process is slow and our drone will be vulnerable. We must protect it while it harvests.
Primal organism detected. Function similar to Hive. Spawns primals. Annihilation recommended.
This essence is so alive. I think I like it. We need to harvest this biomass quickly.
It is dangerous to harvest from multiple corpses. The primal Zerg are sure to attack our drones.
You grow greedy. It shall be your downfall.
Harvest successful. The biomass is in transit to the Ancient One.
Your arrogance is unacceptable. Zerus will consume you.
We have recovered half of the biomass needed to awaken the Ancient.
Nothing stands in the way of the swarm. We're almost done here.
This ends now, corrupt Zerg. I will kill you myself.
Defend the Hive cluster.
I will feast upon your
Nothing stands in my way. Ancient One, I am here for the power of Zerus. I will sacrifice anything to achieve my goal. You will help me.
Your swarm bears the mark of Amon, the fallen Zarnada, who came to Zerus long ago. He forged the Zerg into a weapon and took them away. Yet, some of us were hidden, overlooked. We multiplied. We remain pure. If you seek our power, you must become Primal Zerg. You must become pure.
My queen, why did we wake the Ancient One? Its power outstrips even yours.
The Ancient One is key to unlocking the power of Zerus, and I need that knowledge.
Will it not destroy us?
It's called a gamble. It's something Terrans do when their instincts tell them the time is right.
I see. Just as when the Terran James Raynor came to Char to return you to your original form.
Yes, just like that. The thing about gambles, Isha, is that sometimes you lose.
If our origins are on this world, we have clearly evolved a great deal.
Primal Zerg. Unacceptable. Must be wiped clean. No trace left. Destroy Primal Zerg.
What are you talking about?
Saw ranged Primal Zerg creatures on battlefield. Based on Hydralisk. Primal Zerg stole design from Swarm. Swarm on planet for hours, days, already being replicated.
Abathur, are you upset?
Unacceptable. Swarm's power, ability to assimilate strengths. Primal Zerg must not take from us.
Don't worry about it. They'll be on our side before I'm done here. The Primal Zerg say the Swarm is corrupted. What did the fallen Xel'Naga Amon do to us?
He desired our strength, the ability to steal essence. But we were independent. We would not follow. And so he bound the Zerg to a single overriding will. They lost their identity and became his slaves.
The hive mind. That's Amon's corruption?
It is. And a terrible fate for a strong primal Zerg. Travel to the birthplace of the Zerg. There, you will be tested. You may be torn apart. If your rage makes you strong enough, the power of Xeris will be yours. You have come to this place, seeking power.
Power to kill Mengsk. Tell me what I must do.
The power is more ancient even than I. It comes at great cost. What will you sacrifice to have your revenge?
Everything.
You must feel the power. It calls to you. Go to it.
The Primal Zerg have been alerted to your arrival. They are coming for you.
Abathur, send me the creature you've been working on. The Swarm host.
Using primal essence. Spawns locusts to kill enemies. Primal Zerg inbound. Root Swarm hosts to begin spawning.
Here they come!
Primal forces eliminated. Your path is clear.
You are close. The moment draws near. Is your hate still strong enough to make the necessary sacrifice?
It's a pool.
The first spawning pool. It existed before names. From this primordial place, the Zerg arose. Within, one essence split into many. One devoured another and became stronger. The first Zerg. You will have your power, and you will lose yourself. Evolve. Transform. Transcend.
Recommendation. Avoid pool. Catalytic fluid will overwhelm Queen's body. Not strong enough.
The Queen's hate is strong enough. And if I survive, it will remake me. I will become more powerful than the old Queen of Blades. Zagara, Defend the hive cluster and the chrysalis until I am done. Or dead.
Yes, my queen. We need more swarm hosts. More from the lava at our hatchery.
The remnants of Brack's forces gather nearby. They are preparing to attack the hive cluster.
Root our swarm hosts and crawlers by that entrance. I sense another pack of primal Zerg gathering across the basin.
Hear me, broken Zerg. You have killed Brack, but his pack survives. I claim their territory and their essence.
The primal Zerg factions have engaged each other.
Let them kill each other. Our focus is protecting the chrysalis.
I have not forgotten you, broken pack. Your leader sleeps. She will not wake. My pack will feast upon your essence.
Yadra's pack is preparing to attack our hive cluster. Show these primals the fury of the swarm.
Broodmother Zagara have made important discovery. Primal essence collecting within pool. Can use spawn many locusts to defend hive cluster from primal attacks.
These primals are relentless. Spawn the locusts now. Kill them all.
Essence collects quickly, use frequently.
Yadra has sent a force of primal flyers to attack the chrysalis. I sense a powerful presence. A massive primal.
Tyrannosaur, savage. Extreme physical prowess. Essence useful, must acquire.
No simple matter. To reach it, we must cross the battle between Brack and Yadra's packs. Both packs are moving against us. Prepare for a pincer attack. The primals are constantly being reinforced. Find a way past them.
Tyrannosaur sample acquired. Will research primal essences further.
Our queen's metamorphosis is halfway complete. Maintain our defense.
The primal Zerg are destroying the rocks near the chrysalis.
The chrysalis opens. Our queen is close to waking.
My pack is strong. We claim essence. We devour. The broken Zerg remain. Collect their essence. Kill!
Yadra's forces are gathering. They are converging upon the hive cluster. Defend the chrysalis. The swarm will prevail.
Isha, what is a primal Zerg doing on my Leviathan?
I am Dehaka, one who collects.
I kill. I take essence. Now I come to you because I feel your change. All Xeris feels it. All Xeris fears it. And you.
But you don't fear me, do you, Dahaka?
You shine. You will bring more essence, and I will follow. When you do not, I will not.
Well, I've forged alliances on shakier ground than that. Very well, you can stay. Betray me and I'll collect your essence.
Yes.
I feel as if I can rip worlds apart.
And are you the equal of Amon, who once controlled you?
He never controlled me. I felt an influence. A trace of something dark but long gone. Amon must have died before I was infested.
I hope it is so, for he truly could rip worlds apart.
You radiate so much power, more than the old Queen of Blades ever did.
Everything is different. I could always hear the swarm, control it. But now, I feel the swarm. Now I am the swarm. I look like the leader of the swarm now. Perhaps this will help bring more broodmothers back into the fold.
You were the true leader of the swarm yesterday, and you will be tomorrow. Your appearance does not matter.
Perhaps not to you. The Terrans will not be so understanding. Do you think the remaining pack leaders will join me now?
They are a rock, a tree, a hill. They will stand against the wind. They seek power.
And you?
I am a river. I will flow. I seek essence.
Well, the pack leaders have no chance against the swarm now.
They gather essence for thousands of years. They are blinded, but they are not foolish.
Genetic strands different. Restructured from base level up. Stronger than Queen of Blades. Sequences complex but clean. Completely different at core.
Yes, I am different. I am my own master. When the Zelnaga artifact made me human again, it cleansed me of Amon's influence. And that allowed me to become something greater.
Must take sample. Study new sequences.
Don't even try, Abather. What I am now is beyond your comprehension.
Difficult to admit. New structure beyond understanding. Will return to work.
It is time. Confront the remaining pack leaders. Take what is theirs. Embrace the destiny of all Zerg. You must know your enemies. Yedra, a worm whose acid burns like fire. Kraith, immense and consumed by hatred. Seven, the Eternal Mother, hollow and destructive. Kill them, and you will command the whole of the Zerg. Each has sent most of its pack against your swarm, leaving themselves vulnerable.
Zagara, defend the Leviathan. I will deal with the pack leaders myself.
My queen, new form, powerful. Can leap through air, strike foes. Heavy damage. New offensive ability, Psionic Shift. Dash quickly. Destroy creatures within path.
I am the Swarm. Our conquest continues.
This relic, Zelnaga origin, houses genetic information. Important. Must collect.
The Swarm conquers all.
Primal roaches help. They fight Yantra's brood.
Earth is mine.
New form can twist essence, mend wounds, heal nearby Zerg and self.
More roaches.
Aimless.
Leader of the Broken Pack! No!
Is that fear, Yagdra? You do know you never had a chance, right?
Your change means nothing! I will knock the flesh from your bones!
Primal hydralisks.
Quickly, destroy the eggs before they hatch. Focus on the largest ones first.
I feel your strength. You will be worth killing. Worth the blood! 1,000 cuts shred the flesh!
My pack arrives. They will break your enemies. These ones explode when they sense you. Lava Slayer fights with acid. Bring it down quickly. Welcome to your demise.
It is time.
Servant.
The pack leaders are slain. The packs join your swarm. And here you stand, complete. You are Zerg. Your essence overflows with power. I thirst. You will feed my evolution, the first in millennia.
I wondered when you would make your move.
No allegiance but to self. Kill or be killed. You know this.
Of course.
One will be consumed and become something greater than either. This is the heritage of the Zerg.
Make your peace. Xeris is mine. Isha, prepare the Leviathan. It's time the swarm returned to the Caprulu sector.
My queen, I have been contacted by Kalisa, a brood mother. She has heard of your accomplishments and wishes to return her brood to the swarm. Her brood is small in number, but it has strong leviathans.
Kalisa, hear me. The planet Misstep 4 is a hub of Dominion military production. Take your brood there and destroy it. Do that, and you will earn your place within the swarm.
It shall be as you say, my queen.
My queen, your transformation has altered your abilities. If you wish, you can review the changes within your chamber.
Truly, this world is yours now.
It is a good sign that some of your brood mothers are returning to the fold.
I wonder why they are willing to give up their independence.
Perhaps not all of them wish to rule the swarm.
And perhaps they know there is safety in numbers. Did you know the Ancient One would turn on me?
Your essence, it called him.
And you didn't try to warn me.
He was Zerg. You are Zerg. One dies, and one grows strong. You know.
I think I'm starting to understand you, Dahaga.
The powerful essence of the primal pack leaders has awakened a new column and many abilities. As new tiers of abilities continue to awaken, you will gain abilities in this third column as well.
Xeris, birthplace of Zerg, should not return. Evolve forward, not back. Hydralisk strain ready for augmentation. Expeditionary brood discovered ancient Zerg essence in Dominion space. Brood under attack. Limited time. Planet Merrick 5. Swarm hive cluster under assault.
Prometheus, the Dominion's infestation specialist. We need to move fast.
Essence nearby. Overmind creation. Impaler colony. Slow attack. Incredible damage. Collect essence. Adapt hydralisks. Defeat Dominion. Examining. Sequence incomplete. Must kill remaining Impaler colonies. Sequence acquired. Spinning Impaler essence into Hydralisk morph. Hydralisks now able to morph into Impalers. Impaler attacks while burrowed. Damages single target. Tears through armor. Barricade destroyed.
That missile turret can detect our impalers while burrowed. Take it out first.
Keep it together. Barricades destroyed. Only Prometheus Company base remains. Terran forces eliminated. Alternative Hydralisk morph possible. Surviving lurker dens discovered. Planet Caver, once birthing colony for Dagoth's brood, now feral. Feral lurkers, survivors of interswarm conflict.
I can control them, but I can't morph more.
Key transformation sequence missing. Requires lurker den. Secure nearby den. Return essence to swarm control.
The feral Zerg have sensed us. Burrow, quickly.
Lurker attacks many foes while burrowed. Effective against light enemies.
More feral Zerg. Burrow quickly and attack.
Destination reached. Broodmother Kilisa inbound to extract essence. Overlords en route.
I sense the feral Zerg moving. They're attacking from the south. Defend the lurker den. Another wave incoming. Keep them off the lurker den.
Feral Zerg defeated. Broodmother ready to extract essence. Must prepare sequences for Hydralisk morph. Returning to evolution pit.
The Terrans launched thousands of these devices at our broods on Char. Broodmother Kilisa relayed this to us. It is not a weapon.
It's a two-way communicator.
The Queen of Blades. I knew you'd return to your true form. A monster. Now, you'll do exactly as I tell you if you care at all about Jim Raynor. Yes, he's alive. So you'll keep your swarm away from Paul and away from me, or he dies. That man sacrificed everything to give you back your humanity, and you threw it away. Oh, he must be disgusted by you. Why, he'd be first in line to kill you.
I can't sense Jim out there. If he is alive, nothing in this universe will stop me from finding him.
At your orders, we will move our Leviathan into Dominion space and begin searching for the Terran ship Hyperion. You wish their help in finding the Terran Jim Raynor.
Valerian, we're picking up some kind of reading.
Warning. Psionic waveform detected. Scale. Unclassifiable.
Kerrigan, what happened to you? How?
There's no time. Listen carefully. Jim is alive and I can't find him. But you can. Hack the Dominion network and figure out where they're holding him.
How can we trust her, Valerian? If there's even a chance that Jim is alive, I'm going after him.
Hacking the Dominion security network will prove difficult.
Only one man can hack that network. Colonel Orlan. And he's being held prisoner by Mira Han.
The mercenary leader. Isn't she a friend of yours?
Not exactly. It's complicated. Let's just get this done.
Find him, Matt. We both owe it to him.
We have arrived in Dominion space. Should we move on the Dominion research facility?
Not yet. I have to deal with something first.
Will this give us some special advantage, my queen? Should Abathur be ready for new essence?
Silence, Isha. This is a personal matter. It will end badly, but I must see it through.
My understanding of vision must be incomplete.
Why do you say that?
Because I see no strategic advantage to this location. There is no essence to absorb, no enemies to conquer. Yet I know that you possess vision, and your actions always have an underlying purpose.
My reasons for being here are my own.
It is your right to keep the truth from me, my queen, but I will try to find it anyway.
Go ahead and try, Zagara. I'm pretty sure this one is outside your understanding. Why are you so obsessed with collecting essence?
It will mean survival.
Because new essence makes you powerful?
Power will be a trap. The pack leaders fell to this.
If it's not power, what is it you get from Essence?
Essence is change. Change is survival. Collect and live. Stay still and die.
Dislike staying in space. Very little biomatter. Lack of essence.
To hack the Dominion's restricted network, we need the best decryption expert out there. Colonel Orlan. Unfortunately, he's being held captive by Mira Han, one of the meanest and craziest mercenary leaders alive.
Mira Han, this is Prince Valerian. Do you read me?
Of course I do, Princess. I know you're working with Matthew. Put him on, please.
You forget yourself, mercenary.
Hello, Mira.
Matthew, you never write, you never call. It's almost like you don't care.
I'm here to ask for your help. You've got Colonel Orlan and we need him. He's the only man who can hack the Dominion's deep encryption network.
Well, I'd love to help. I just need the permission of James Raynor.
Jim's not here right now.
Oh, dear. Then I'm afraid I cannot give you Colonel Orlan.
Look, Mira, we need Orlan to rescue Jim. Just hand him over.
A mercenary's reputation is all that she has, darling. I will not relinquish my prisoner to anyone but the client. Not even to someone with your devilish good looks and brooding intensity. Sorry.
We could destroy her operations in this asteroid field. That will get her attention.
We'll have to cripple her prime space station. She won't make it easy for us.
We need to set up our own base.
And one of Mira's fleet stations is nearby. We can take them out and set up our own station.
Sensors are showing the location of Mira's station now. We might as well get started.
Hey kids, the asteroids ahead are too dense to navigate. You'll have to do a short-range jump to get past them. Nice. Those short jumps are good for getting out of danger, too. Mira's got a fighter patrol nearby. Too many for our main guns to take on all at once. But we can launch a sortie of our own TAC fighters. That'll even the odds. Those ordnance towers have long-range attacks that deal a lot of damage. Fortunately, our long-range Yamato cannon deals even more.
Nice work. We can salvage this base and have it start manufacturing automated fighters for us.
Every time it puts a fleet together, it'll send them against Mira's guys.
Can we just discuss this with her?
It doesn't work that way out here, Valerian.
Hey, mag mines. Those babies pack a punch. They come at you in a straight line, so you can dodge them, or even use jump to get out of their way.
Mineral fields. We can harvest these for more resources.
Get those minerals and I can upgrade the Hyperion. Make her even tougher.
Sensors show dense clusters of minerals nearby, but they're guarded by mag mines. Sensors are picking up Kelmorian operations nearby. They've got some tough defenses.
And they've got a capital-class ship. We could always bypass them.
They might have some valuable resources or equipment.
Waiting confirmation. Easy thrusters. Coordinates.
They had an electric field generator. This baby overloads enemy craft, disabling them for a little while.
Let's get it installed, Chief Engineer.
It's already online, Scooter. I do good work.
Scooter?
Upgrade's finished. If you can name it, I made it better. Get more minerals and I'll do it again.
Excellent. Sensors indicate we gathered all the minerals in this area.
Oh, Matthew, I hate it when we fight.
Do you two have some kind of strange history?
Don't encourage her.
Make it so.
Nice work. Let's keep pushing forward.
Matthew, that was very rude. Fully automated bases are quite expensive.
I think that's all the minerals around here.
Hey, the Hyperion's even stronger now. Yeah, you can thank me later.
We're winning. Keep moving forward.
Matthew, you stole all my minerals.
Coordinates locked.
All right, she's all upgraded. I don't think we can squeeze any more out of her.
Matthew, don't think I will make this easy on you.
When have you ever made anything easy on me?
I always thought you like it rough.
Multiple hostiles. Confirm visual on fire.
Just surrender, Matthew. I'll be nice to you, I promise.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Stop! Stop! You win, Matthew! You've destroyed my base and captured my heart. All over again.
She is very strange.
Please, can we just take Colonel Orlan and go? Right now.
I'm sending that disreputable fellow to you in a shuttle.
You people are all crazy. Why would I help you?
We could send you back to Mirahan.
Tell me what you need.
I must rebuild Mira's marauders thanks to you, Matthew. But I will see you again.
Not too soon, I hope. And I thought Dominion politics were vicious.
I have been contacted by another brood mother. Ryloth has been keeping her large brood out of the conflict. She is impressed with you and wishes to bring her brood back into the swarm.
Broodmother Ryloth, hear me. Take your brood to Jontor 2. This is where the Dominion manufactures their newest ships. Destroy that world for the swarm.
It shall be done, my queen.
Have you found anything?
Colonel Orlan is hacking into the Dominion net right now.
Tell him he's got 1 hour.
I won't do that, Kerrigan.
You're already in over your head. Don't make it worse.
If the Dominion sense our intrusion, they'll move Jim or kill him. I am not going to risk failure because you are impatient. So save your threats.
You've done some growing up since your Moja.
Zerg are not the only ones who adapt.
Very well. I will wait for your expert to do his work.
The brood mothers dislike working with Terrans.
They were necessary to my plans.
They are asking if we may destroy the Terrans, now that they are no longer useful.
Tell them the Terrans are not to be harmed. It is my will.
I will tell them, my queen.
Let us land on a world and devour it.
There will be no essence here. I cannot collect if there is none.
We are here because our queen orders it. Do not dare question.
I follow for essence.
You must learn obedience, Primal.
Yes, come to me. I will collect your essence now.
Enough! Zagara, do not speak for me. Tahaka, do not collect from my swarm. Is it possible for the swarm to hack into the Dominion's network?
Terran systems inelegant. Problem with interchange. Many factors obstruct request. Biology, language.
So our thoughts are too different for anything beyond simple transmissions.
Accurate. Zerg processes complex. Incompatible with Terran machinery.
Then it's up to Valerian now. Time to contact Valerian and Horner. I have to know where Jim is.
Kerrigan, we found him.
Where?
He's being held on the Moros, a mobile prison ship that jumps every hour to a randomized set of coordinates. There's no way to predict where it will jump next.
They've got to resupply sometime.
Exactly. We know the ship will be at the Atlas station for 32 minutes tomorrow.
Atlas will send a tanker out to the Moros, but when the fueling's done, it's gone. Our associate Tosh volunteered to infiltrate.
No, you've done your part. I'll handle this myself.
Be careful, Kerrigan. This place makes New Folsom look like a nursery.
I'm in.
Our sensors are tracking you. I'll relay any tactical information I can. Be careful, Kerrigan. My father will have made every precaution to ensure no one reaches Commander Raynor.
He's not prepared for me.
The hell was that? Hit the alarm!
The platform retracted. We're going around.
Brave soldiers of the Dominion. This craft is under attack by the Queen of Blades. You know what to do, men.
Bringing out the big guns.
Kerrigan, they've sealed the primary bulkhead. You're going to have to break through.
My swarm. Guard me while I take care of this.
The swarm answers your call.
She's breaking into maximum security. Stop her now!
Bravo engaging. Send backup.
Heavy weapons are moving in. Be careful.
Minions, defend our queen.
Kerrigan, it's Horner. The security station near you holds the ship's prisoner log. If you can, grab it. We'll figure out the rest after Jim's safe.
Kerrigan, there's a large number of guards nearby.
If I implant virophages here, the infested will tear into those defenses.
It's your call.
Somebody call for an extra.
This isn't happening. Destroy the coupling. Jettison the prison deck.
You heard the man. Blast it. We're cutting the prisoners loose.
Coupling's taking heavy damage. Kerrigan, that coupling can't take much more abuse.
Kerrigan, I did not think you would be so foolish as to come here. And now, your actions will lead to the death of all these brave men.
What did he just say?
They are all heroes, willing to sacrifice their lives in order to end your miserable existence. You and James Raynor can't burn together.
Kerrigan, we just watched the bridge explode. The Moros is tearing itself apart. You have to save Jim. We're running out of time.
Fire, you idiot! Oh, screw this! Run!
Where do we go? The whole side of the ship is gone!
Enough of this. Tear down that gate.
Get to the escape pods! Go! Go! Go!
This is the prison deck!
I ain't waiting to die! Waste these things!
Death from above! Move! We got Zerg on our asses!
Horner, I've got your data.
Roger that. Thank you, Kerrigan.
Let us in, you bastards!
The tail vessel is falling apart. You must hurry, my queen.
This is it! If we're going down, we're taking these ugly critters with us!
Zagara, have the Leviathan stabilize this section of the ship.
It is done.
Hold on, Jim. I'm almost there. I had to get you out.
What have you done?
What I had to.
Tell that to Phoenix. Tell it to the millions you butchered.
You swore you'd kill the Queen of Blades. You were the only one who ever believed in me. Do you still believe in me? I love you, Jim. Never forget it.
We're done.
My queen, your mind is closed to me, to the entire swarm. I do not understand.
My queen, you do not speak.
Oh, Jim.
Jim is doing well. He's in the med bay, but I don't think he wants to talk to anyone.
I'm here to talk to you, Valerian. You understand that I'm going to Core Hall soon?
I do. You plan to kill my father.
He's had this coming for a long time. I need to know where you stand.
I stand for my people. I've accepted that my father is beyond redemption, and must be removed from power.
I'm glad we understand each other.
Swarm not good enough. Not. Swarm host strain ready for augmentation. Discovered creature with beneficial sequences. Allow swarm host to produce flying locusts. Must consume. Acquire essence. Improve swarm. Planet Cruxus 3. New Babylon. Essence found in Dominion territory. Native insectoid species. Essence contains sequences for swarm host strand. Acquire essence from nest. Will allow swarm host to produce flying locust.
And the Dominions provided the perfect targets.
Terran forces obstructing route. Eliminate to proceed. Augmenting swarm host sequences. New strain, Carrion. Produces locust capable of flight.
Begin the assault. Root here and lay waste to the nuclear silo. One silo down. Move forward. We're going after the second.
Terran ground forces interfering. Utilize Carrion strain. Aerial superiority. Nuclear silos destroyed. Swarm invasion will continue unhindered. Preparing for next test. Planet Ignis. Broodmother recently killed. Brood in danger. Local organism, ashworm, destroying swarm brood. Tunnels through crust. Escapes quickly. Elusive. Essence useful for swarm host augmentation. Take sequences. Worm organism tunneled into crust. Escaped to new location. Hunt down. Essence collected. Spinning trait into swarm host strand. Creeper strain. Tunnels through planet's crust. Appears at location of choice. Hatchery under attack. Swarm hosts must deep tunnel. Defend hive cluster. Secondary hive cluster under attack. Defend. Hive clusters defended successfully. Dominion dead. Must prepare swarm host sequences for integration. Returning to evolution pit.
We are picking up a strange psionic signal. It is Zerg in origin, but not part of the swarm.
I know you seek to topple Mengsk. His alien soldiers, the hybrid, are your greatest threat. If you wish to stop them, meet me at these coordinates.
If the Dominion is controlling hybrid, our invasion of Core Hall will fail. This lab must be destroyed. My queen, the infested Terran who contacted you waits over there. He claims to know you.
Who are you?
You do not recognize me? I am Alexei Stokov. We were enemies once.
Well, we both seem to be Zerg now.
Indeed, and we share a common goal, the destruction of this facility. It is here that Mengsk breeds the hybrid, combining Protoss and Zerg DNA to create monstrous creatures of immense power.
Then we'll destroy this facility together. This is the source of Mengsk's hybrid? Just getting inside is going to be an achievement. Contact the brood mothers. Tell them to bring their Leviathans to this system.
Should they unleash their broods upon the station?
No. Zagara and I will lead our broods in the assault.
So the other broods will simply hold in orbit?
I want them nearby. After we destroy this station, we're going to Core Hall.
The infested Terran. I have never seen his like. He is powerful, but closed off. Where is he from?
Stukov is from Earth. A few years ago, they sent an invading force here. I remember it. I destroyed them.
As it should be.
I thought Stukov was killed. I heard reports that he'd been resurrected, that he'd been infested, then cured. If he's been a prisoner here all these years, anything is possible.
I am content.
This isn't just about getting rid of the hybrid threat, is it? Why are you helping me?
They held me here for many years. I survived experiments, torture, and worse. Now I will see it burn. You were the only one I could think of with the power and will to aid me.
Infested, held captive, experimented on and hunted. We have some things in common.
Organism Stukov, fascinating. Implications disturbing.
How so?
Modifications of Stukov, second only to modifications of Primal Queen of Blades. However, Stukov, product of specific design. Interweaving of Terran and Zerg matter. Subtle. Spun on micro scale. Not possible for Swarm.
Something out there is better at this than you. And you don't like it.
Entity responsible for Stukov exceeds Organism Abathur. Untenable to oppose. Recommend immediate indoctrination into foreign entities, Swarm.
Never.
The main entrance of the Skyger platform is heavily defended. We must dislodge this Dominion force before we can assault the lab itself. This lift is the only entrance into the laboratories. It is also the second most heavily defended location in Dominion space.
So they've got a lot of Marines. We'll use those numbers against them. Bring in my infestors. We're going to implant virophages at these garrisons. Once they've infested the Terrans inside, I'll use them to secure the landing bay. We'll clear it before the Dominion can even react. Use fungal growth on those Marines. They won't escape its grasp.
We can't move!
Move to that garrison, quickly.
The infestors can now move on. The virophage will infest the surrounding buildings.
I want control of that Banshee. Use parasitic domination on the Dominion's heavy ordnance. Turn their weapons against them.
Kill every last one of these Dominion bastards.
The Zerg are infesting the facility. Release the gas.
My queen, the gas is destroying the infested Terrans.
We can always infest more. They're only killing themselves.
Chemical warfare. Efficient delivery mechanism. Gas unstable. Once Dominion reserves run out, we'll require time to synthesize more.
And that's when we resume our attack. Until then, we'll hold here and defend the virophages.
Kill the infested. It's the only mercy we can afford them.
The Dominion is after our virophage. Stop them!
The Dominion's gas supply has run out. They will need time to recharge.
Attack alongside the infested. Kill anyone in our way. There are more garrisons nearby. Infest them, and our swarm will grow.
Infestation successful. This garrison is now under the swarm's control.
Another garrison falls to our infestation.
Defend this facility, men! We are the sword of the Dominion!
The Dominion uses these facilities to conduct research on live Zerg. If you place a creep tumor here, you can infest them and steal biomass held within.
The Dominion has begun venting gas. The infested will die.
Expect an attack. Guard our virophages.
Let's make it like it never even happened.
The gas has run out, my queen. Our infested have resumed the attack.
This platform ain't gonna clear itself. Let's get cooking.
Get that bridge extended and wipe out that hive. I want these Zerg off my platform.
My queen, completing bonus objectives will increase your power level.
I sense more garrisons across the platform.
They're assaulting the base. Don't give them an inch.
Keep going. The entrance is within our grasp.
The garrison has been infested, my queen.
Excellent. Your creep is infesting the first facility now. You're doing well. The Dominion is losing control of the platform.
Don't let the Zerg get inside. Kill them all.
Let's make it like it never even happened.
There. All three facilities are infested. The biomass within is yours.
There, we've infested this garrison.
My queen, the swarm is ready to enter the laboratory at your command.
Good. It's time we found out what's waiting inside.
Broodmother Noctul has contacted us. She speaks for the remaining broodmothers not under your control. They feel your power, and they wish to return to the swarm.
Broodmothers, hear me. I am sending you the location of our enemies across the sector. Destroy them. Burn their strongholds in my name. Then, you shall be one with the swarm.
We shall do this, my queen.
With their return, the swarm will be whole. You are very near to your victory. You have unselected abilities, my queen. You can review them within your chamber. There is a familiar presence coming from the labs. We must be prepared for anything.
Skyger Station. The Dominion's secret weapons lab. This is the heart of Mengsk's hybrid breeding program.
Tell me about the hybrid.
Zerg and Protoss DNA combined. Something that should not be possible.
And these creatures will follow Mengsk's orders?
He believes they will. I am not so sure.
This place is very far out of the way, but it's guarded as if it were Korhal itself.
The Terrans must greatly prize that which lies within.
But technology at this scale, This is beyond Minsk's engineers.
Perhaps they have help from something greater than themselves.
If there are any answers, they are inside.
This place of metal and stone. Why?
You're not impressed? The Primal Zerg couldn't build something like this.
I do not need a wall. I will evolve armor. I do not need a weapon. I will evolve claws.
The toolmakers might create something stronger than your armor and claws.
Their tools stay the same. I collect. I change.
Pain valuable feedback for organism. Organism with heightened pain receivers must experiment.
My queen, you radiate with power. Your ultimate abilities have awakened.
The vanguard of your swarm holds the entrance of the lab. The hybrid wait within. Let's send them to hell.
Be quick. I have a battle to command.
I must warn you about the being that runs this lab. Dr. Narud, an ancient shapeshifter who has worn many faces over the years. He made me what I am.
So he's not a Terran. Protoss? He can't be Zerg or I would know.
None of those. He is the servant of an ancient Zelnaga known as Amon.
I learned of Amon on Xeris. He's dead.
Well, his creation lives on. Narud is the most dangerous being you've ever met. And you will face him in there.
We're inside.
Kerrigan, this lab houses the culmination of Narud's research. The hybrid. They are the ultimate weapon of the final war.
The hybrid are waking up.
What's happening to you?
It's attacking me psionically, draining me.
Stay strong. You must kill the hybrid or we are all doomed. Eliminate that hybrid before its attack kills you.
Bring it down, now!
You cannot last much longer. The hybrid must be destroyed. A Dominion force is moving on the Hive cluster. You must eliminate the hybrid. Time is short. The hybrid is dead, but it will not be the last.
You are not welcome here, Kerrigan.
Narud.
My queen, hybrid psionic signatures are appearing across the laboratory.
Fulfill your purpose. Kill everything.
A hybrid is attacking you psionically. It must be eliminated if you are to survive.
One less hybrid. The swarm now controls this section of the lab.
The Dominion captured a Brutalisk. If we get close enough, I can control it.
Another hybrid has been released. They must be destroyed.
You must destroy the hybrid before their power kills you. Another hybrid dead.
The Brutalisk is mine.
A hybrid has begun attacking you psionically.
You cannot fight the inevitable.
Richard.
This form has served its purpose. It is a broken tool, fit only for the scrap heap.
Ignore his prattling. More of the lab has come under our control.
Minsk will suffer.
Additional hybrid signatures detected. Both Brutalisks have been claimed by the swarm.
Excellent. Now let's finish the hybrid.
Detecting 2 hybrid signatures. They are in close proximity. Warning. Another hybrid is attacking you. A hybrid is attacking you psionically.
Can you feel hatred coursing through your mind? You surprise me. But you still have no hope.
When this is over, I'm coming for you, Narud.
Narud has eliminated 2 hybrid at once.
This is it, Gary. Keep it, the lab without.
My queen, there are no more hybrid signatures on this level.
Have the swarm flood into the lower levels. Kill everyone in our way. Narud is up to something, and I intend to find out what. I touched Narud's mind in there. I sensed his devotion to this Amon. Narud's been trying to resurrect his master for millennia.
It makes sense. The endless conflict between Protoss and Zerg, the hybrid, all part of a plan to bring Amon back.
Unless we stop him.
We are sensing strange entities in the lab.
You mean besides the hybrid and the evil shapeshifter?
Protoss, my queen, in great numbers.
Yes, I sense them now. Tal'Darim. They serve Amon willingly. They worship him.
They worship a dead god.
That makes them even more dangerous.
I wonder how Narud could hope to resurrect a being as powerful as Amon.
I think the hybrid are key. They gather psionic energy. But where would they get enough to resurrect a dead god?
You told me an ancient Zelnaga artifact was used to make you human again. But all the power you wielded as the Queen of Blades, where did it go after your transformation?
You mean there might have been hybrid nearby who gathered it? And used it to... Oh no.
If Narud used the Zelnaga artifact in that way, he may already have enough energy to resurrect Amon.
This thing in the lab, this Narud, it's shielding itself from me, but I can still sense its power.
Tell me of it.
It's like nothing I've faced before.
But you destroyed the Ancient One. You captured the power of all Zeras.
This is something born of the void. Cold and empty. But so powerful it hurts.
The hybrid, their essence is strong, but I cannot collect it.
Narud created them. Do you think he will bring you more essence if you follow him?
That one serves a master who will devour all essence.
You're talking about Amon. I think he's dead. And I'm going to make sure he stays that way.
If that one lives, all essence will be collected. Change will stop. I will fight.
Organism Stukov, product of incredible workmanship. Mutalisk strain ready for augmentation. Located feral broodlords. Must reacquire essence. Can be spun into Mutalisk strain. Dominion defense platform. Sigma Centauri. Feral broodlords nearby. Missile turrets designed to kill Mutalisks. Stalemate without broodlords.
Find the broodlords. We'll assimilate their essence and destroy the Dominion.
Kill broodlords. Recover essence.
Assimilate their essence.
Mutalisks can morph into broodlord. Await your command. Broodlord launches Broodling. Assault ground targets from distance. Supplying Mutalisks will protect Broodlords. Complementary skills.
Now let's end this stalemate.
We're being overrun! Drop in reinforcements!
Delivering reinforcements now. Planetary fortress destroyed. Platform secured. Brokus Her, Dominion Storage World. Transport wreckage discovered. Jorium crystal contained within. Jorium useful for experimentation. Enhances psionic potential. Must acquire. Completed research on primal essences. New strain created. Viper, ready to assault Dominion. Viper, strategic asset. Abducts targets. Pulls to its location. Usable on ally or foe.
Move across the river and pull our aberrations to the other side.
Siege tanks detected. Use Vipers. Pull into range of aberrations. Viper emits disabling cloud. Foes within cannot attack.
Rip that bunker apart. Only the final defenses remain. Move in for the kill.
Jorium cargo secured. Must prepare Mutalisk morph. Returning to evolution bit.
Narud is an ancient creature of vast power. He waits for you in the bowels of this place. One of you will die. Make sure it's that son of a bitch.
The Zerg have breached the sanctum!
Protoss.
Narud has held these towns in reserve. They are his best troops. The final battle is near. A shame. This Ultralisk might have been useful.
Organism Stukov misunderstands. Death irrelevant. Only essence important. Ultralisk reconstituted. Ultimate expression of swarm evolution.
We need to secure location for our hive cluster. Then, we deal with Narud. Clear away these fanatics.
My brother! He eliminates the abomination!
Why would Narud build this lab on top of a Zelnaga temple?
You know nothing of the Zelnaga.
Narud is driving a null zone towards you. It will kill you on contact. These temples are amplifying his power.
Stukov, go to the temples and destroy them!
I thought you'd never ask. The first temple is located here. Now, let's go destroy it.
Be quick about it. The null zone is pushing toward me.
I am channeling psionic energy into this temple, but it will take time.
You dare defile the shrines of our god? We shall strike you down!
I must focus, but I can still use my powers for the fight. Remain alert. Hybrid approaches. I can use corrosive blast to eat through the armor of this hybrid. First temple is deactivated.
Excellent work, Stukov. I can feel the root's strength slipping.
Success, but only for a moment. We must disable the other temples.
Tal'Darim, destroy their hive! She cannot survive alone!
Stukov, I sense crystals, which Narud is using to store raw psionic energy.
Yes, their energy is faint, hidden near the temples. If time permits, we will find them and destroy them.
Strike their hive while they are in disarray! None may challenge the Master.
Destroy the Protoss quickly. The hybrid approach. That second temple has fallen.
Squirm all you like. You will not escape your fate. Taste the blades of the Tal'Darim! To the temple! It must not fall!
Finish the Tal'Darim. Several hybrids are on their way. We deactivated a third temple. 2 temples remain.
He's growing weaker. Keep fighting!
No! No!
Our forces should focus on destroying Narud's temples.
Brothers, guard the temple with your lives!
Get rid of this Protoss now. The hybrids are on their way. The 4th temple is down. 1 left.
This is not possible.
I can feel your strength leaving you.
Kerrigan needs the swarm to destroy Narud's temples. Attacking the Tal'Darim will not help.
The hive! Destroy the hive! The interlopers must not destroy the crystal!
The crystals have been shattered. Their power belongs to the swarm now.
Defend the temple! Lay waste to these abominations!
Many hybrids are coming. This is our final battle.
No, it cannot be.
Your temples are gone.
We've done it. The null zone has left Narud weakened, vulnerable.
Even so, he's the most powerful being I've ever faced.
What will you do?
Kill him. Face me, Narud. It's over.
It is only beginning. Amon whispered of this from the stars. He told you of his return. He told you of ruin, extinction, the end of all things.
Your god is dead, and he's never coming back.
Is that what you think?
You are not Jim! You are nothing!
I'm everything you lost. I am everything you never had. You've already lost.
Amon lives. You will see him soon.
My queen, can you hear me?
I am alive.
Barely. We dragged you back to the Leviathan. Rest now. I will control the swarm until you are healed.
Why aren't you trying to
take the swarm for my own? Because I still have much to learn from you, my queen.
Enough. She is healing, but she must rest now.
I'm coming for you, Minsk, and you won't have any hybrid to protect you.
The swarm was once Amon's tool. He will seek to use us again.
I will prepare for his coming, but not until I'm done with Minsk.
Of course, my queen.
Narod is dead and the hybrid lab is destroyed. I am the final loose end. I suppose you kill me now.
If you want to leave, I won't stop you.
Ha! Where would I go? Half man, half Zerg. A monster.
I understand. Believe me. Stay with the swarm, and perhaps the way will become clear.
If nothing else, it will be interesting.
Stukov and Dahaka both attend you, my queen. But you and I are the swarm.
Strange place. Perfection. Deep in the core. In strands.
Isha, take the Leviathan up. We're leaving.
Garrigan, you saw something in that lab. In Narod's mind.
I saw Amon. Older than the universe, more powerful than I can understand. And now he's alive again.
Then he shall fall before the swarm, like all the rest.
We don't even know where he is. We must prepare for his coming, but I have a few scores to settle first. Inform the broodmothers. The swarm moves on Core Hall. At last, Minsk will suffer for his crimes. I'm going to Core Hall. It's time.
Why are you telling us this, Kerrigan?
There will be ruin, destruction. Millions can die amid the chaos. Valerian, your people will need a leader.
You're right, Kerrigan. They will. If I'm to be that leader, I'll ask only one thing of you. Bring your swarm down outside the city. That will give us time to evacuate.
Core Hall is going to be the most difficult battle of my life, and you're asking me to make it harder.
I am.
I was wrong about you, Valerian. You're not like your father. I'll give you your chance. Make the most of it.
I sense a broad frequency emanating from the palace in Augustgrad.
Yes, I sense it too. I can hear.
Dominion forces,
This is your Emperor, Arcturus Minsk. Core Hall is under attack by the Zerg Swarm. Our special weapons lab has been destroyed. Our defenses stripped. Any fleet that can hear my voice, return to Core Hall. The seat of human power is under assault. Come, men. Defend your home.
Trapped like a rat in a cage, aren't you, Arcturus?
My queen, the swarm has assembled above Core Hall. The brood mothers await your command.
Tell them to hold position in orbit. Stay out of range of the planet's defenses.
Dominion fleets are converging on our position. Terran troops are arriving from all over the sector.
Broodmother Kalisa, hear me. Have your Leviathans form a blockade. Kill anything coming into the system. Nothing will stop us. Core Hall is mine.
I have never seen so many Terrans. They are pulling everything back to defend this world.
Their orbital defenses will kill millions of us before we even hit the ground.
The Terrans have no chance. We are numberless. We are the Swarm.
The primal Zerg will collect.
This view makes me think of an old comrade, Gerard. Sleep well, my friend.
I need a weapon to destroy Core Hall's orbital defenses, and I need it fast.
Can modify virophage sequence. Would concentrate bile. Expel as projectile.
Can you get it working in time?
Survival of swarm dependent on evolution, iteration, trust process, trust sequences. Swarm will not fail.
The swarm is engaged with Core Hall's orbital defenses. We are ready to begin the surface invasion. My queen, your Leviathans are in position.
Unleash the swarm.
We will lose countless drop pods in the opening moments.
We're sending millions. Even if only a fraction gets through, it'll still be more than enough to take out these orbital defenses from the ground.
Has broken through the orbital defense network.
Zerg! Blast it!
Dominion ground forces have secured this area. Our bio-launchers cannot survive without support.
I'm going to handle this, personally. Send in all the drop pods. They should be centered around this region. Alert me the moment one breaks through. I'll make sure the launcher survives.
The first bio-launcher and its escort are entering Core Hall's atmosphere.
Show me where it will land.
It will arrive here, my queen.
You've made a grave mistake. Setting foot on my world, Kerrigan. I will deliver you and your swarm back to whatever hell you crawled out of.
The bio-launcher is about to land. It will be vulnerable for a short period.
Mutation complete.
The Dominion's Draken defense network is destroying most of our bio-launchers in orbit.
Which means we can't afford to lose the ones that get through.
These gates lead to the Terran capital. Destroy them, and my brood can enter Augustgrad.
Good thinking. I'll break the gates open if I have time.
Our queen has destroyed a gate! Move into the city!
My queen, the next bio-launcher is landing in hostile territory. The Dominion base must be destroyed to secure the landing area.
Sons of Korhal, eliminate the Queen of Blades.
Another gate has fallen. Flood their pitiful city. The final gate has fallen. Move quickly.
Zagara, take your brood into the city while I secure the bio launchers.
Yes, my queen.
You have your orders. Remove the Zerg threat.
The final bio-launcher is about to arrive. Prepare for its defense. Dominion forces are in full retreat.
Isha, have my broodmothers deploy their forces. Zagara, move your brood further into the city. Take up positions around the palace.
Yes, my queen.
It's time to dethrone the Emperor.
Your revenge is close now. Nothing can stop it.
Don't underestimate Minsk. He is by far the most cunning enemy we've ever faced. If I should fall, you must take the swarm from Korhal.
Flee? This is not the way of the Zerg.
Yet it is my will. You will obey my command, and take the swarm to seek our true enemy. Find Amon. Destroy him before he can enslave the swarm again.
As you command.
You sit in that palace like a spider at the center of its web. But your web is falling apart around you, Minsk.
There were so many ways to fail. I feared we would not make it to the surface. But we did. You have made us so powerful. But when you have your revenge, will you leave us?
I am one with the swarm, Isha. If we survive this fight, we have even greater battles ahead. We will face them together.
I have seen more of the Terrans than ever before. In some way, I feel sorry for them.
How so?
They have their nations and their clans, but each one of them is alone inside. I wish I could help them by taking their essence for the swarm and then killing them.
The Terrans have no idea you're with me. They don't know about the Primal Zerg.
We will collect them.
You will surprise them. They have always used our psionic connection against us.
The Primal Zerg do not have this connection. The Primal Zerg do not need this.
Exactly.
Here you are, at the enemy's doorstep. It is almost over.
I don't think it will be that simple. It never is with Arcturus. He thinks around you, that one. He knows where you'll walk before you do.
But you've been part of so many of his plans. As accomplice or victim? I am sure you learned a trick or two, yes?
I did. We'll find out very soon if I was a good student.
Terran main hive. Distinct lack of essence diversity. Ultralisk strain ready for augmentation. Dominion laboratory discovered on Korhal. Experimenting on Ultralisks. Able to turn research against them. Dominion Xeno Research Facility, Metis. Zerg inside. Can capture. Can use.
Minsk certainly wants to keep us out, but we can use his own specimens against him. An Ultralisk. I can do a lot with this one. Hear me, Ultralisk. Break free. Fight to the door. Kill anything in your path.
Security Squad 4, what is going on in there?
It's there. Destroy that containment cell and free those ults.
toxic compound released. Great potential. Bonding to Ultralisk sequences. Noxious strain. Releases poisonous explosion. Damages enemies in target area.
I didn't sign up for this.
Contain the specimen, or the Emperor will have your head! What are you people doing? Shoot them!
Research facility crippled. Specimens freed. Proceeding to subsequent level round. Outskirts of Augustgrad. Military housing. Supply center. Facility must be destroyed. Experimental nuclear weapons produced within.
The bridge is guarded by Dominion forces. Move forward. Secure the passage.
Ultralisk incoming! Fire the warhead! Now!
Sir, it's still experimental. We don't know what it'll do.
Fire the damn warhead now!
Analyzing damage. Radioactive compound infecting Ultralisk.
Make use of it.
Integrating with atrophied evolutionary path. Ultralisk strain Torask. Resuscitates dead tissue. Revives creature.
Press on. We continue the assault.
What are these ugly things? Put those monsters down and keep them down!
Cocoon thorns upon death. Will revive momentarily.
It got back up! Oh, that ain't right!
I will turn this city into a radiated ruin if I have to. Another warhead!
Additional Ultralisks ready. Delivering now.
My car, man! I just paid that thing off!
Facility destroyed. Experimental weapon production no longer possible. We'll prepare Ultralisk sequence. Returning to Evolution Pit.
Your broods are ready, my queen. The invasion of Augustgrad begins at your command.
Kerrigan, look at what you have wrought. Thousands dead, all for your revenge.
Their blood is on your hands, Arcturus. You made every part of this happen.
I have done great and terrible things, it is true. And I would again, to protect humanity from monsters like you.
You use words like weapons, Arcturus, but words cannot save you now.
Oh, I have other weapons. I just wanted to say goodbye, Kerrigan.
Our outlying broods are being eradicated.
The Terrans have deployed a Psi Destroyer. It corrupts our own hive mind, ripping us apart from the inside. The field will quickly kill any Zerg who enters it.
Understood. Listen to me, all of you. The Dominion will launch an assault in a moment.
A diversion. To keep us from dealing with the Psi Destroyer.
Yes, and we're going to let them think we're diverted. Zagara, you have the swarm. Hold the middle. Stukov, take a force and screen her flanks. And Dahaka, this is your moment.
The device uses this Psi connection you share. But I do not have a Psi connection. I will not need it.
Exactly. Gather your pack. Let's see what your Psi Destroyer can do. Minx. The swarm is going to be torn apart. We have to shut down this field now. Dahaka, this is the central hub of the Psi Destroyer. We're going to bring it offline permanently. The Psi Destroyer uses power links to extend its range. Disable them, and the field will shut down temporarily.
This field poses no threat to me. I will rip apart this power link myself.
Once the field is down, I'll command the swarm and destroy their defenses.
Then it is time to act.
What are you doing? Destroy the power link.
What is that creature?
A Terran machine hides above. I will destroy it. Essence.
Zerg! Here, that's impossible.
Injured. Must mend wounds. I must go. I gather my pack. We will return and destroy the next power link.
The destroyer field is down. Prepare a hive cluster for combat.
The Psi Destroyer is rerouting power. The field will reactivate shortly.
Keep me informed on its progress, Isha. For now, I'm going to crush the Dominion. Go! Attack while the field is down!
Energy spike detected. The destroyer field will reactivate soon.
All forces, pull back to the hive cluster.
Kerrigan, you and your swarm will never threaten humanity again after today.
Dahaka, the field's returned. I've pulled back the swarm. It's up to you now.
My pack is ready, eager to destroy the power link. This device reeks of fire and death. I should drag it to me. Yes, my task is complete. I will return.
We've brought down the field. Strike now!
My queen, the Psi Destroyer field will reactivate momentarily.
Get back to the hive cluster. There's only one power link left. Destroy it.
Terrans, we will break your weapon again. We come for your power link. Spawn, now will be your time. Collect their essence.
Primal Zerg forces arriving now. Additional primal troops incoming. Warning, the swarm cannot withstand the destroyer field. Our forces must pull back.
My task is complete. I will return.
The Psi Destroyer field is permanently offline.
We don't rest until that hub is destroyed. All forces strike now. For the swarm!
The power links are destroyed. Kill the Terrans. Take their essence.
I will defend humanity from you, Kerrigan.
We've done it. The Psi Destroyer is finished. Zagara, report.
We are pushing the Dominion into the Imperial sector now.
Was that your last card, Mengsk? It wasn't good enough. Can you feel it, Mengsk? All your plans, and lies, and manipulations are crashing down around you. Soon, all the pain you've caused will come back to you.
Whatever comes, I am ready, my queen.
Even if we fall and die in this battle, we've already done the impossible. We've shattered the power of Mengsk. It will be up to the Terrans to make something of the opportunity.
That means nothing to the future of the swarm.
True. But there are still broodmothers in orbit with their leviathans. The swarm will continue, no matter what.
And it will be changed. Forever.
I will remember what you told me, my queen. But now the time for words is past. Let us kill.
You're right, Zagara. And there's no one I'd rather have as my second for this battle. You've served me well, Dahaka.
I collect much essence from following.
I'm glad to hear it. I still need you in my swarm.
The essence still flows. I still change. I still follow.
That's all there is to say. Now it's time for action. In 1 hour, either Arcturus Minx will be dead, or I will. If I'm still alive, I will set out to find Amon.
The fallen Zermaga, a being of unknowable power.
There's no way we can win.
Then why fight?
Because the only other option is to lie down and die.
Well, I never wanted to die lying down. So, fight a god to the bitter end? That sounds like a worthy death. I am with you.
Swarm has evolved into powerful weapon. Greatest leader.
Greatest? Abathur, everything I've done to the Swarm has been for my own revenge.
Queen determines purpose. When purpose changes, Swarm changes. This our function.
You know, sometimes you're not so bad, Abathur.
Unclear.
Everything has been about this hour.
The Terran weapon has been shattered. Your swarm is poised to move. Only the palace defenses remain.
The northeast sector is clear. We're behind in the eastern corridor.
It's time, Valerian.
The evacuation is still underway.
I can't afford to hold back any longer.
Promise me you'll avoid civilian centers.
I can't do that. Arcturus would see that pattern in my movements and use it against me.
Then millions will die.
All right. Just stay out of my way, and I'll do what I can.
Kerrigan, the die is cast. This is the last day your swarm darkens the sky of any planet. Korhal will endure, as will I.
Nice quote. I'll engrave it on your tombstone. Isha, Zagara, Stukov, Dahaka. All my brood mothers, all my queens, hear me. The time for planning and deliberation is past. Now we tear them down. Attack, and do not stop until they are all dead.
Never should have come back to Korhal. You are surrounded by the Dominion's elite.
And yet there still won't be enough to save you. How many bodies will you hide behind?
I've had enough of your tongue. Men, whack them out!
I sense. No. It can't be.
My queen, a Terran battlecruiser is inbound on your location.
There's something familiar about Jim?
Let's finish the job.
I didn't think you would come back.
We're both tied up in whatever happens here today. We do it together.
Jim. Thank you.
Thank me later. It's time you put your war face on.
Jim, weren't you supposed to be evacuating civilians?
Valerian and Horner got that handled. I had other things to do.
All right. Keep that left flank clear while I go put a hurt on Minsk. Your defenses could use some work, Arcturus.
You'll pay for that.
We're almost ready to attack the Dominion. Moving out soon.
Sky Fury Squadron, destroy the Hyperion.
Pretty big fleet coming this way. Could use some help taking these guys down.
Your swarm is assaulting Terran forces in 3 entrenched positions. If you can attack these positions from behind and destroy them, we will join the slaughter.
Alpha Squadron, destroy that damnable ship!
Battlecruisers inbound. Might need your help on this one, Sarah.
The way is clear, Zagara. Move your troops into the sector.
With pleasure, my queen.
The avenue is clear of defenders. Dahaka, send your pack into the city.
Yes, we will feast upon their essence.
I will not let you destroy humanity's only chance at salvation.
Your path is clear.
Understood. Let's finish this.
Remember this, Reyna? It was nice of your criminal partner to leave it here for me.
Oh, crap. I'd recognize that signature anywhere. He sent out the Odin. Sarah, keep going. You've got to finish this. Go on without me.
Like hell I will. Hold on, Jim. I'm coming.
We did it. The Odin's down for the count.
How are you holding up?
Don't you worry about us. We're still in this. My boys are prepping to attack the Dominion. Heading out in a bit.
The Dominion of man is stronger than you. We will see your ashes spread to the wind. Men, stop the Queen of Blades! For humanity!
Zagara, take command. I have an appointment with the Emperor.
Long live the Queen!
Hello, Kerrigan. I've been waiting for you.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to escape.
Escape? My dear, I'm afraid you've got it all wrong. Really? Did you think I'd keep an animal like you close to me without some kind of insurance policy? Clearly, you are my greatest failure. Now, at long last, you will die. Change of plans.
You can never suffer enough for all the lives you've ruined, Arcturus.
I made you into a monster, Kerrigan.
You made us all into monsters. Thank you, Jim. For everything.
My pleasure, darling. Always was.
I now see my true enemy. He waits for me in the void, wielding powers I cannot imagine. I go to face him, having renounced everything. My humanity, my identity, the man I love. But I will not face this enemy alone. I am the Swarm.